So 1998, you found out you had heart failure?
Yes.
What were you thinking at that time?
I was too young. I mean, I was in my early 30s, and I don't know, I just kind of blew it off because I was like, there's no way there's nothing to be wrong with my heart. I've always worked hard all my life, took pretty good care of myself, and I mean, but in my family history, my dad died of heart problems, my grandma died, and my grandpa died. And so I kind of thinking more of it was hereditary, as more kind of family just dropping down the line, you know. And but I just kind of blew it off, you know, and until I started getting sick. I started kind of like I had a cold, and I was out of breath all the time. And then I came into here, and my wife wanted me to have it looked at, so I came over here, and they started doing a bunch of tests and stuff on me, and found out I had heart problems. And I mean, it's been a long road from there. They put me on a bunch of medication, lots of meds, and I guess that's probably the way they try to take care of it with a medication at first. That's what I was thinking, you know, and then after that, then they got to go. If it doesn't work, they got to go to a different route, you know. And I had a triple bypass, like back in 2011, and then I was good for quite a while, and just, I don't know, I just started getting sick again, out of breath. That's the biggest thing. But I got a lot of other health issues too. I have diabetes, high blood pressure, you name it, I got it. And but that heart thing there, I couldn't believe it because I was so young when that hit me. But
whenever they were going through all of those tests, I mean, were you scared at that time?
I don't scare too easy. I mean, man or beast, but yeah, it kind of worried me that I wasn't going to be around here to see my grandkids grow up and stuff. That was the biggest thing. Sure. But other than that, I guess I was a little scared.
Now, you did a bunch of medications, you said, and then, I mean, were you hopeful that that was going to be the answer, that it was going to kind of help you then?
I thought maybe the medication would take care of it, or, you know, if I did what they said. And like I said, it did for a while. For some oddball reason, everything they started on me, it worked for a while, and then all of a sudden I went right back to square one again. And I had that bypass, and then they put a defibrillator in me because my heart was out of rhythm all the time. It was just, they shocked me like 20 times, I would think, to get my heart back in rhythm. And it'd stay in rhythm for a couple weeks, and then all of a sudden, bam, it'd just go right back out of rhythm. Just start beating like crazy and running all wild. But
when you had that triple bypass, after that, that's when you went for a while that you were doing okay.
Yeah.
At that time, were you thinking, oh, finally, we got some sort of relief?
Yeah, I did. I thought maybe that did it. You know, that took care of it. And I just kind of went on about my life, not really worrying too much about it. And then all of a sudden, I just started getting that same old feeling again, you know.
Is that whenever you got this new?
No.
Okay.
Then that was back probably 2011, towards the end, when I got the defibrillator. They put that in, and then I went to Dr. King's, and then I was good for a while, quite a while. They changed my meds, put me on a bunch of new meds, and there was this medicine called Ticocin, or Ticocin. Dr. Lou, a doctor here at Borges, wanted to see if that would help keep my heart in rhythm. It just came out. It was for that specific reason, for that med. And he put me on it. I mean, like within a week, I was up running around. I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, that stuff really worked. And, but yeah, I was just right back to normal again. I was thinking, man, this is great. I think that's going to work, Tovira. Yeah, I think that stuff's going to work. Then for like a year. Then all of a sudden, bam, I'm right back to square one again. Can't breathe, can't get up and walk around. I mean, I couldn't get up and walk over to grab that door without stopping. And just any movement at all just took my breath away. And then I went into Dr. King. I felt was feeling real bad, and he kept changing my meds a little bit here and there, trying to tweak them and get it just right. And I went into his office one day. I kept telling him throughout the whole time me and him knew each other, why don't you just quit farting around and give me a heart, you know? I'm gonna need a heart. Just get it, you know, get it done. Well, it's not that easy, he said. There's a lot of, you know, procedures I got to go through. Everything's got to be just right, and this and that. And there's certain steps I got to hop over before I can get to that point. Well, then that one day I went in there to see him because I was feeling like I used to feel when I was, you know, going to be on my back again. And he checked me out and stuff, and he looked at me and he says, "Today's your day, Mr. Hatfield. You're going to Grand Rapids." And I go, "What?" And they threw me in that ambulance. Boom, I'm right up to Spectrum. I'm up to Spectrum Hospital. They put this pump on. It's a pump that continuously pushes blood through my heart. I mean, constant flow. There's no stopping. It just keeps pumping the blood through the heart, and then the heart distributes it through the rest of my body. Well, they put that on, and that's what I got today, is this LVAD. And I don't know, it was, there you go again, the little scared thing, you know. The doctor that put it in, he goes, well, the day before he put it in, he says, "You know what the alternative is, don't you?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, what do you want to do?" I said, "Do what you got to do." He goes, "I'll see you in a couple days." And I mean, they knocked me out for like 2 days. They did the surgery, and when I woke up, I had like 11 of my family looking at me like, "Is he alive?" And I was like, "Hi," to everybody. But yeah, I made it through that. So, you know, but this thing here is no joke. It's a hard time taking a shower, and you gotta wrap everything up and drag it around with you, whatever you do, you know.
How long have you had that?
Since February 22nd.
Okay.
Of this year.
Okay.
I haven't had it quite a year yet.
Okay. Okay. And after that day, whenever you went up to Grand Rapids, following that incident, that episode, that's whenever they...
Yeah, they put this on.
That's whenever they... Okay. Why was it at that time that the doctor decided this is the time that we have to...
Because my heart, when he listened to it or whatever, he said my left side's, he can just barely... It was just about gone. My whole left ventricle on my heart or whatever.
You've been through quite the roller coaster.
Oh yeah. Yep, it's been a few years, and I think they probably about treated me with everything they could. Yeah. But
as I was talking to these people, they call you the model patient. You represent survival when it comes to heart failure. How does that make you feel?
Pretty good. You know, it's good for anybody else in this position to not think there ain't no hope or stuff like that. You know, it can happen. You know, it just depends, I guess, on the person, and the people you got around you. I mean, Amy and my wife, and you know, people just keep kicking me in the butt, telling me, "You get up, go, and just go." But
I mean, how do you stay positive? Have you stayed positive the entire time?
Not all the time. I mean, a couple weeks ago, I fell in the bathtub. I mean, and I've never fell in the bathtub. And my legs went out from underneath me. I hit the floor, and Vera come running. And it was just, I mean, I'm the type of person that's never really had to depend on too many people. And to just have somebody pick me up off the floor, just, it was bad. It kind of sucked.
Sure.
I'm not that kind of person. You know, I want to do everything for myself and help everybody else. I don't like people helping me, and I don't know, it's just the way I was brought up, I guess.
Regardless, it seems like you're pretty strong to be dealing with this for all of these years, and you're still pushing forward.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got a bunch of grandkids I got to watch after. I think they keep me going. So.
Does it make you feel good to know that they're, discussing all of these new techniques and new research and doing all of that kind of stuff and making sure that healthcare providers around the area are up to date with everything that comes along with heart failure patients and the treatments and all that kind of stuff? Yeah, I think there's good. I mean, when I went in there up at the Grand Rapids, I thought, man, they were showing me what they're going to do. And I'm like, man, I can't believe they can do that stuff. It's amazing. It is just amazing the stuff they can do with your body. And I mean, it was quite a ride up there. I was up there for like a month and a half. My body was so run down that they wouldn't even operate on me. I mean, all my vitals were just way out of whack. My blood pressure, my sugar, just everything. They wouldn't even attempt to operate on me. It took them 2 weeks to get my body up to where they wanted to operate. And I mean, I couldn't believe I was that run down either, but I was. And I mean, once they did that, man, it surprised me that I woke up. I was just like, everybody's like staring at me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm here. I'll be all right. But yeah, it was amazing what they showed me they did to my heart. I mean, it boggles. It's like Star Trek, man. They just run a thing across your chest and heal you right up. Oh my gosh. What's your hope for the future now? What do you hope is next?
Well, I'm hoping I'm going to get on this heart transplant list. Right now I'm dealing with Spectrum. I think they want you to stay on this thing they got a length of time. They like to see people prove to them that they're going to be a worthy patient of a heart, you know what I mean? They just don't want to give some yahoo a heart. It costs so much money and stuff to, and not have the guy take care of himself afterwards.
Well, I mean, I think it's been about 20 years for you. I think
Yeah.
A worthy patient, seems like.
Yeah. But like I said, I got a friend of mine that's got one, and he's just amazed at how he's lifting weights again, he's jogging, and he's 2 years older than me. I went to school with him, and his whole heart went out. They had a pump on both sides of his heart, one on each side. He was a patient over there to Bronson, but he ended up going to U of M, I think, did his transplant, but he was on this pump here for 22 months before they found a heart for him and put it in him. And like I say, I went and talked to him, found out he had kind of the same deal I had. And I went and talked to him, and I mean, it was just amazing. He goes, man, you're lucky. You got to be lucky. I had to pack on 25 more pounds of stuff. It was just a big battery basically. And his pump that they put in him was, I mean, mine's like that big. It looks just like a fan. It's got a little, and it just pushes that blood through there. But his was like that big, like 3 times as big as that one of mine. One of the first ones they, invented or whatever. But they had one on each side of his heart. His heart was so bad.
Do you hope you were like him one day and lifting weights and doing all that kind of
thing? Yeah, I hope I'm back to square one and I get another 20 years out of this whole body.